Okay, so I want to talk to you today about care notes. How do we make sure that the people we're being cared for, and when we meet people, when we call them on the phone, whatever we may do as we communicate with people in the church, that all that information doesn't just live with one elder or exist in my case, in my Swiss cheese brain memory, right? And so I had it for a while and it's gone. How do you make durable notes that are also confidential? So let me go ahead and switch over to the screen here. We'll look right here on the screen. So as I go and I look, we're able to see, if we go to care notes, we're able to see that there's a number of different care notes for people here. So Mamie Scott, she had a phone call, and Mamie called with a prayer request for her son who's not able to leave her, and we prayed together, right? So this is just an example of a sample care note. So how would you even make these types of care notes? Well, let's say I was going to get a hold of somebody and I need to make a note about them. I might go to, let's say, Sarah Anderson. When I go to Sarah Anderson, we'll come down here and I'm add a care note. Now, when I go to her name, then I'm able to say, okay, what type of care note was it? Was it a prayer request? Was it pastoral concern? Was it that there was follow-up that was needed? What is it that we were getting a hold of her for, or she got a hold of us for? And so we're able to put those in there. And so we're able to say for Sarah, whatever we need to keep track of in this confidential note. Okay, and so there we go. I'm going to go ahead and press the save the note for Sarah Anderson, and now Sarah Anderson is saved. So that note lives durably under her care notes. Now, this is extremely important. The care notes are under another layer of encryption, and they are also role gated. So this is very important. So we don't want, say, deacons to be able to see the elders' care notes. We don't want the secretary to be able to see the elders' care notes necessarily. And so you have the ability here in your, in your users to see what the different role permissions are. And so what the access are to these things. And so elders see care notes. Now, there is an option for elders to be able to see the deacons' notes. So deacons have their own notes section, but elders have their own notes section. And this is really important. One, because those care notes shouldn't be leaked to anyone. They shouldn't cross over boundaries, or they're isolated in their own area. And so they have their own silo. But the nice thing is, just a real life example, let me go ahead and switch screens here, was there's a man in our congregation that there was some real serious spiritual stuff going on in his household, some issues that needed to be resolved. And I just happened to be typing a care note for somebody else in the system. And then all of a sudden, one of our other elders had this long conversation over a meal with him. And so as I was on there, I saw it. I was able to go, whoa, hold on, I got to pray about this. I called our other elder, and I was able to get on top of this right away. So what happens with these care notes? And so even before shepherding visits is one of the things we do. So actually, let me go there with you real quick, because that's another area that we'll do care notes. So if you're using TendFlock for home visits, for shepherding visits to different people's houses, right? If I was to go to a scheduled visit, here's a scheduled visit for Gloria Knox, and I go onto her visit, and she's scheduled for a visit there, I'm able to click on this, and I'm able to choose a deacon if a deacon's supposed to come, any special instructions. And if I was the elder assigned to this visit, when I complete that visit, I'm able to type in the notes for the visit there as well. And the notes for that visit will then go into her care notes. And so this is one of the ways that we're always trying to just keep the notes alive of what's going on, and is this something that is durable and shouldn't live in a silo. So when we come together for our elders meetings once a month, we just have the names of the shepherding visits that we did that month, and the other elders are able to see, because not all of our elders go to every shepherding visit. So we normally have 2 out of our 5 elders go, and so as they go to the different elders visits, you're able to just look and see, oh, okay, here's a little synopsis of how Johnny Doe is doing, right? So that's one of the benefits of having these care notes. So I hope that section is helpful to you. I built the care notes specifically for us to be able to have a place to stay on top of things, remember things, and coordinate well as elders for the spiritual care of the sheep. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.